Greetings everyone, welcome to Omega Solution YouTube channel. This is your host Hamim Mahmudhemi. In today's video, I'll be talking about our ERP software, which is ERP OS. You can find our ERP software just by going to this link erp.omega.ac. So without any further ado, let's get started. Once you come to the link, you'll see this page. Just simply click on the live demo button to access the preview. After that, you will be redirected to the login page. In the login page, you will have two login options. One as an admin and the other is manager login. So in this video, we'll be selecting admin login because the admin has all of the access of our feature in this ERP OS. So let's click on the admin login button and then sign in. As we log in, the first thing we'll notice is a beautiful minimalistic dashboard of our ERP OS. In this dashboard, we can have a glance and know what exactly is going on into our software. So before we dive into our software, we have to configure our settings first. So let's go to our settings, then go to company settings. In the company settings, you can fill these informations according to your company or organization. So one of the most important thing in this section is the currency settings. Here you can select your currency according to your region. So if you don't find your currency here, you can just simply create a new one, and you can find it by going to others, then currency, and by simply clicking on create currency option. Here I can create a new currency like dollar and add a symbol, and then pressing this button will create a new currency. So I'm not creating one because there is already dollar included in this. And the next thing you want to do is upload your company's logo. Here, one thing you have to be careful about while uploading your image, that you can see 180x70 pixel, and it should be transparent, or else the image might get stretched. So this was basically the company settings. And after that, you have to come to the app settings, and in the app settings there is an important thing you should do before going deep into our software, which is email config. Here you can complete this section, and what it will do is if you want to send a purchase invoice or some kind of invoice to another person through email, it will help you to do that completely from this software. You don't have to go to another mail section. After that, you have to go to the HR section and you have to create stuff. So in the software, there will be multiple peoples that you want to give them access to. So before we can give them access, we have to create their stuffs from here. So you have to fill all of this according to their roles and specifications. And after you create a stuff, you have to go to the roles and permissions. So when you come to these roles and permissions, there you can see these are default already created from our software. And once you create your stuff, you can create a custom roles and permissions for them. So as an example, after you create a stuff, like you want to give them a specific permission to our software. So what you need to do in this moment is create a new role. Like I can create a demo role and click it. And in this demo role, I can assign some special things, like I want to give them the dashboard permission and to let them see the inventories and the sales. So after that, I can just press here update permissions, and it will create a custom permission for that stuff, which then I can simply assign to the stuffs like I have created previously. So that was stuffs and roles. After we completed the stuffs and roles, we can also add designations, department, shift, and employment status. If we do this like before creating stuff, so it will help us to use the drop down icons, which I can show you by going here and pressing here. So it will make the drop downs for you, so you don't have to create it multiple times. Do this before we create our stuffs. Like we have to create our designations, we have to create our department, then shift, then employment status. After we have completed the HR section, we have inventory. So in this inventory section, you can see a lot of subsections, which is basically related to our product section. So when we'll try to create a product in the future, there will be some sections. There will be also drop downs. If we want to create a product, we just have to create their category and subcategory. We can come to the product category and create a category, like we can say software, and create a category. As you can see, there is a software in our category, and we can add a subcategory under the category we have just created. Here I can say web application. So what we are doing right now is creating the functions, so it will help us in the future. So there is also the product brand, product color, and product attribute, which are basically the attributes of a product. We can select here and create a product brand like Omega Solution and create a new brand. If there is a color variation in our product, we can create multiple colors from here. And there is also attribute, which you can add if you want to categorize more specifically your products. After that, there is an important thing, which is unit of measurement. As you can see here, unit of measurements are already created here, which is gram, milliliter, liter, kg, and pieces. So if you want to sell your product in dozens, then you have to create a new one like this, dozens. Okay, then create UOM, and it will create a custom UOM for you. After that, there is import product and barcode page settings. So if you want to bulk import your products in the software, you just simply upload your CSV file here, and it will automatically load the data for you, so that you don't have to create it manually. You might ask that in which format should I upload the CSV? So as you can see, here is a button called demo CSV. You can simply click it and it will download the demo CSV for you, and you can simply open it, and it will give you a demo of the CSV that you have to follow while creating your Excel sheets. As you can see, there is the name section, then there is SKU, and there is product sale price, product brand ID, and product subcategory ID. So as you can see, we can, like this, product 1, we can give it a name of product 1, product 2, and product 3. After that, you can save it, and then if we want to upload the CSV, choose file, and it will open up the file section where we can upload it. So after that, if we press this button, it will upload the CSV and the product will be added. So let's just leave it here. After that, here is barcode page setting, where you can create custom size for your barcodes if you want to print them from the software. So let's create a demo barcode size demo, and we could give it a width of 1 inch and the height should be 0.2, and it will create a demo settings for us, which we can then implement in our software. So that was basically the main part. After that, there is some other settings that you might consider doing before going into our software. So there is discount. If you want to give your customers some discount, like flat discount or percentage, you can simply create that by going here and putting your value, like I want to give them 20% flat discount. Sorry, we have already created the 20% value. So let me just change this to 10%, and we can also select the date, like how many days we want to give this discount to our customers. So if we select like to 19 of January to 30, we can simply create this. Okay, we have created a flat discount of 10%, which will be running from January 19 to January 19. Sorry, let me just edit this to January 30. We can also create percentage value if we want, like we want to give them 10%, and like give this to 28 January, and it will do the same thing here. After that, there is VAT and tax, and currency. We have already seen the currency on. So there you can create VAT and tax. I want to give it standard tax, which will be 5%, and it will create a new VAT and tax rule for our product, which we can use in our software a bit later. And there is also function for the terms and conditions, which we can create from here. Like simply we want to have a return policy, like we want to say to our customer that you have to return the product within 36 hours, or the product won't be. So we can create a terms and condition like this, and it will create a return policy term for our product. So that was basically the settings that we have to create before using our software. So now we are back to our dashboard, and we'll simply come here after we create a product. So to create a product in ERP OS, you just simply have to go to inventory, then go to product. Here I can create a product, like I want to create a product which will be ERP OS. And as you can see, we have created the subcategory before creating a product, which will help us here. So as you can see, it shows that web application as a subcategory. We can also create a subcategory from here by pressing this plus icon, then giving it a subcategory. And also there is category from here. We have also created the brand, which we will select from this drop down. And the UVM, as you can see, there is dozens. We want to sell it by pieces, and we want to sell it one. The most important thing is that we want to give it a SKU number, which should be unique for this product. Let me just give it ERP OS. And as you will see, the SKU is available. I want to give it the sale price to $19, and the reorder quantity should be 10. You can also leave this empty if you want, and you can also assign colors if there is any for your product. So as in this case, ERP OS doesn't have any color, so we are not adding it. And you can also add attribute for this, but we don't have any attribute. And after that, there is an image section for your product where you can upload your product preview. So let me just upload. Okay, we have uploaded the product preview, and here we can add flat 20% discount or flat 10%, as we have previously created before doing this. And we can also add custom tags. After completing this, you can also add product description. In this case, I'll be adding the ERP OS description, and if I hit create product, it will create a product for our software. As you can see, the ERP OS was created. There is no purchase price in this moment because the ERP OS is created, but we haven't purchased it yet. If you want to sell it, we have to purchase this product before we can sell it. To purchase this product, we have to go to the purchase section, and under that you will find purchase invoice. By going this purchase invoice, we can create a purchase invoice for the product we just created. In this case, it would be ERP OS, and I want to buy 10 ERP OS. In this case, here I can select the purchase price. In this case, I will be purchasing the software for $15, and I can also add tax here if we want. Let me just add 0.2% tax. After that, you can see there is supplier option here where you can add the supplier. In this case, I am just going with the default one, like Smart Solutions. So you can also create the suppliers by going to this plus icon and filling these sections here. After you select the supplier, there is supplier memo number, which in this case I'll just randomly add one. I want to add a note that this is a demo purchase. Okay. After that, here you can see the total payable is $150.30, and the due amount is also the same as the total payable. So it's showing us the due amount because we haven't added any payment method. To add a payment method, we just simply have to press this button, the add payment. After that, we can simply put all of the payable amount and it will remove the due amounts from here. So we can select the payment option as bank or cash or any other types of account. So in this case, I'll be adding cash, and after that, if we create purchase, it will create a purchase invoice for us. As you can see, if we go to the inventory and product, here the purchase quantity has been updated. So now that we have purchased our product, we can now simply sell it. So to sell this product, we can go to the sell and then sell invoice, or we can sell our product from the POS. So in the POS, if we want to add our product, we just simply have to scan our SKU by using the barcode scanner, or we can just simply search the name of our product, which in this case, you can see the ERP OS was added. So there is customer informations. So if you want to sell your product to the walk-in customer, you can just simply select the walk-in option from here and then complete the payment options. So in this case, I'll be creating a customer before adding on. In this case, I'll give it a name of ABC, and also give him an email address of abc@gmail.com, and I'll just give him a random phone number. Okay, so let's create a new customer. Here you can see there's an error saying email not sent, attempt to read property, email config name on null. So the reason for this error is that we haven't completed our email configuration here. So because of that, our customer is not creating. So because of that, we cannot create a new customer. So if we want to create our customer, we simply have to fill that email configuration settings. So in this case, I'm just letting it be the walk-in customer, and let's just finish the sell. So if we press this complete sell button, it will create the sell. After we sell the product, we can see the sell invoice here, which we just sold right now. So this was basically the sales part. So now that we have completed a full cycle of a product, like creating a product to purchasing the product, then selling it, we'll see the other functionalities of this ERP software. So now we will see how to return a purchased product. To return a purchased product, we have to go to the purchased products invoice and then click it, which in this case you can see I have purchased ERP OS 10 of them before. So if we want to return 2 of them, what we have to do is simply press this button and click here, return product, and we can add this return quantity to 2. So as you can see, the return amount should be 30, which the supplier would give me back. In this case, I am adding it, and simply pressing this button will update the system. As you can see, the product has been returned. So after we have returned the purchased product, we can simply go to the inventory, then product, and as you can see, the product quantity was updated. So basically that was the purchase return. So if there is a case that our customer wants to return the product they have bought, we can also do it by just going to the sell invoice, and the process to the sell return is similar to the purchase return. We just simply have to go to the sell invoice and find it, and we can simply return our product by just selecting it and paying the amount. Sorry, I didn't selected the payment option. So simply pressing it would return the product. So the system should be updated by now, which we can verify by going to this inventory, then product, and as you can see, the product quantity has been updated. So that was basically the purchase return and the sell return functionality of our ERP OS. After this, you can see there is report section and account section. In the account section, you can create custom account according to your needs, which in this case there are some default one, and what it does is actually create a trial balance and balance sheet for your company or organization automatically according to your sales and purchase data of your products, so you don't have to do the manual calculations of accounting. And features like this help you minimize your hassles and improve your efficiency. So after that, there is a report section where you can create multiple reports, like I can create an inventory report, like how many of the products I have right now, and I can simply print it. And there is also purchase report. I can select the supplier and select the date and then generate report, which in this case there is no one. So as you can see, it's showing the report of the purchase from this specific supplier, which I can sort from the date functionalities here. After that, there is sales report. We can see there is some options like salesman and walk-in. As you can see, the salesman has sold 3 items in this specific time to the walk-in customer. Okay, after that we have supplier report, which we can generate. It will basically show all of the suppliers that we have, and we can also generate customer reports, which will show us all of the customers that we have created. And in the last, there is payment report, which we can create by selecting our customer type and payment method, and from 26, and it's showing us no data because we haven't created any payment to this payment method. So that was basically the report section. So we can now come to the dashboard, and in this dashboard we can see there is total sales amount, which we can filter out by pressing this date section, such as total sales due, total purchase amount, and total purchase due. And as you can see, here is that graph of sales versus purchase of this month. The sales is more than our purchase, and as you can see, it's the sales paid and due amount. We can simply see how many of our sales has been due and how many has been paid. It also shows the transaction by account, cost of sales, sales inventory, account receivable, cash, and tax. And we can also see the purchase paid and due amount and the return amount from here, which in this case the due is 56.6%. And in the bottom, here is our top 5 customers details and the top products that are selling right now. So that was basically our ERP OS software. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So if you like this and want similar videos like this, please drop a like and let me know in the comment section. Thank you.